Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa and you're watching the Exploring Oracle, or the Exploracle for short. So today we will be taking a look at this indie deck which I backed on Kickstarter. It is called the Corpus Femina Tarot and it is an 81 card tarot deck created by Juvie Corpus of the Indie Tarot project. Taking a look at this box, it has a really beautiful lush feeling, like a soft petal feeling on the box. I got a little bit of a ding here, but I don't mind. So it says, this 81 card deck features pencil drawings of female figures and digital collage. It combines traditional and modern art to celebrate life's unlimited possibilities. The main theme is the journey of a creator from novice to master, one's journey from self-discovery to self-mastery. It includes 3 extra cards called the Creator cards, which is the artist, the canvas, and the masterpiece. So it is the first edition. I love the box. You open it, when you open it up, it folds all the way, which is how I love my boxes. So this is really well thought of. And it says, "You are an artist. Your life is your canvas. It is time to create your masterpiece." And I love that. It's just so empowering, so inspiring, and honestly, this deck, I was so excited to receive this deck. I saw this in Kickstarter, I think I'm not sure when I first saw it on Kickstarter last year. And I really was drawn to it, but I wasn't able to back it the first time. And I don't think that Juvie was able to meet her goal for the first time. But she relaunched this project, and she was successful this time around, and I'm so happy for her. It's just like I feel like I know her, but I don't. She doesn't know me. We do exchange some messages on Instagram, but I feel so much happiness and I feel proud of what she has accomplished. I think she's an amazing person for doing or making this deck, and I'm just really in awe. Anyway, let's where was I? Okay. So let's take a look at the guidebook. So this is the guidebook for the Corpus Femina Tarot. Okay, so I mentioned a few times on this channel before, I don't have the best eyesight. So for me, this is a little bit difficult to read unless I like zoom it in, which I can't if it's text, but I can if it's on camera. But yeah, so for me, this is a little bit difficult to read. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but that is not going to be a problem for most people. I just have really bad eyesight. Okay, so for the table of contents, you have an introduction about the deck where she talks about the extra cards. And if you read reversals, because I don't think she incorporates reversals, I also don't read reversals, or I don't shuffle in reversals with my deck, but I do read them depending on how they fall on the spread that I'm using. Card spreads, major arcana, and then the minors, talking more about the creator cards and her journey, acknowledgements, and before and after images. Introduction. You have some spreads here, and then you go into the cards already. So there are no pictures in the deck, but in the guidebook, but I don't really mind that. But there are for the creator cards. Okay, and then her tarot journey. She's also quite new to tarot, which I think we started learning around the same time, around 2020. Okay, anyway, so let's take a look at the cards. There is a ribbon. Oops. Okay, so let me remove the sleeve. Okay. So these are the cards. They are matte. It is in this rose petal finish, which was something that I was initially worried about, because I use cards, I shuffle and use jumpers. So if they clump or stick, it's kind of difficult for me to get, but I do have a workaround for it. And I haven't shuffled this yet, but it doesn't feel as sticky, if that makes sense. It is, these are the backs. They are reversible. It is edged in this beautiful matte black, which I don't like gilding all of the time, especially if the gilding is the type that like feels sharp and just flakes easily. But for painted edges, I really love it. And I wish it would be more of a standard. So let us just zoom in and take a look at all of the cards. Alright, so let's start with the Fool. So it has this gold detail. You have the Roman numeral at the top and the name at the bottom. It is drawn in pencil, but as I mentioned, there's some digital collage. I've mentioned a few times I don't really like collage style decks, but this one, and I think it's because of, again, my eyesight, there are some collage decks that just have so many things and details on it that I can't quite process it. But this one is like a restrained collage, if that makes any sense. That it doesn't feel, well, it's still collagey, but it's something that I actually am drawn to and doesn't make it difficult for me to read or to see. And I love that there is body diversity in this deck. And there's just something, I don't own any deck with this aesthetic. And it just feels so sophisticated, so lush. The rose petal adds to the tactile experience that you get. The details are there. And those little touches that I appreciate, like the box opening all the way out, her choosing the rose petal, because it just seems more suited to this deck, and it's just stunning. I like the play of the shadows, the darks here, and then this brightness and of the sun. It's really very unique and beautiful. She does mention that it is inspired by the RWS, but there are some cards that she goes her own way. So these are the cups. And I can just really spend a lot of time just looking at the cards and admiring her work. It's very elegant, and I love this Ten of Cups so much. Oh my god, I love it. I can't explain how much I love it. No, let me try and explain why I love this. The typical depiction of a Ten of Cups is usually with a family, you know, husband, kids, and not all of us are or see the Ten of Cups as that particular scenery, or as, you know, and this is just so empowering. I mean, aside from her being a full-figured woman, she is embracing, oh my god, I'm feeling a little bit emotional about this card, and I love it. Julie, I love this so much. Let me take a break. Let's continue. So she has renamed the quartz. So the page is the novice, and then you have the maker for the knight, the crafter for the queen, and the master as the king. And I think this goes through the phases of how you become a master. So you started being a novice and then moving all the way up to to the master of the suit. Okay, so we'll move on to the suit of earth, the coins, the pentacles. I really love the details. The collage, the collage part of this deck, which is a style I'm not usually drawn to. I think she did it really, really well. My card of the year for 2023 is Strength, and that's why I was gravitating towards a lot of female-centered decks this year, because I was all like, my theme of the year is all about strength and female empowerment and being a strong, independent woman. And this deck I knew would fit right into this theme of the year, and I think it would definitely be one of my most used and most favorite decks. Maybe not just this year, but ever. Because I love it. So I usually try not to be overly enthusiastic during my flip throughs. I basically just want to show you the cards, but there are some instances where I cannot control myself, or I cannot help myself. And this is one of those moments, because I think this deck is really just well done. I love... Oh, I forgot to mention, Juve is a Filipina creator. And as you know, I love highlighting Filipino creators on my channel. I have a dedicated playlist for all of the decks created by Filipinos. I am very much a supporter, and I do try to support as many Filipino deck creators as I can. And I think this just makes it even more special for me. Aside from me connecting with the theme, connecting with the art, feeling the oh my god, why am I getting so emotional? But feeling the passion that she put into this deck, and I think I think she did it so well that I really feel it. And yeah, I have uploaded over 100 videos on this channel, and I've filmed a lot more videos because I do still have a lot on queue, and of course this will bump up all of those other videos on queue. So even though I'm filming this a little bit later, you'll see it earlier. And I'm usually quite objective and just when I talk about flip throughs, but today I just I'm feeling really emotional. I'm feeling really excited, and I cannot. I find this so beautiful, this deck. I can't stop saying it. And we're going into the 3 extra cards: the artist, the canvas. Not sure you can see the detail, but it really looks like a canvas with the texture and all, and the masterpiece. Alright, I zoomed out, and as we usually do, I will shuffle this deck. Moment of truth. Yeah, so let's see. So it riffle shuffles well. It's still a little bit stiff, of course, it's to be expected. It is a brand new deck, but I think it riffle shuffles just fine. That's just me. I am still a little bit worried about the overhand, but again, there's a workaround for it if I can't get it to work. Okay. It's like it already wants to be read, right? So let me put it back, because that's probably just a misshuffle for me. So it does still feel a little bit sticky because of the rose petal, but you see, we already have a card that wants to be read, and I'll flip that over in a while. But usually, if I have trouble getting jumpers from rose petal decks, what I usually do is I either fan them out and pick a card, or I cut and just get a card. So that's my workaround. Definitely not something that would put me off using this deck, because I just love it so much. And I will be reading for the Seven of Wands. Okay, so let's read for the Seven of Wands. The keywords key phrases: standing your ground, defending your position, obstacles, challenges, an advocate or an advantage. And it says here, she made her way to the top. Getting there wasn't easy, so she must do whatever it may take to stay on top. These sticks can poke all they want. They cannot bring her down. They can only try. And then you also have, here. And I'm putting this on the camera because I have difficulty reading otherwise, but there are some prompts. How am I rising up to life's challenges? And am I willing to do whatever it takes to stand my ground? And okay, so as you can probably tell, because I've been quite obvious about it, I love this deck. I think the quality is great. Of all the Kickstarters I backed, and I think I backed around 7. Let me check, just for accuracy's sake. Okay, so I actually backed 14 Kickstarters, but I've received around 6. So this is just the best that I've gotten from all of those 6 that I have currently. The second would be the I guess the Dream Vision Tarot, and I also gushed about that deck, but it is so different because this one, I feel, because that one I was so drawn to the art, the colors, the beauty, or well, more really the colors. I mean, there's a different kind of very powerful energy going off of that deck, but in this deck, it feels so loving and soothing and empowering, and and it's making me emotional again, and it just, I think we can here's the Ten of Cups again, and I think I just really connected with this deck. You know, at first glance I knew that I was going to like it, but I just didn't know how much, and because the Ten of Cups is there, let's read for it. So the keywords or key phrases for the Ten of Cups: a happy home, celebrating life, contentment, abundance, prosperity, harmonious, peaceful living, and the calm after the storm. The rain has gone, and now she rejoices at the sight of the rainbow. Happiness has become her middle name. She has gone beyond material happiness, and the universe continues to bring her more reasons to be happy. Her home is a haven, a place of bliss. And the prompts: do I always choose happiness? And am I content with my life right now? And I love this card. I think it's my favorite Ten of Cups in any deck ever. I really love this deck. I think if you're drawn to it, I would highly recommend that you get it. I will be linking her Instagram, the Indie Tarot Project. I'll find a shop name because I backed this on Kickstarter. I'll see if she also sells it elsewhere, and I'll put it in the description. I also know that her decks would be sold at 41 Shop in Shopee. So again, my favorite store for locally made decks, Filipino made decks, and yeah, I just, very powerful deck, very beautiful deck. I'm so proud of your success. I'm so proud of your achievement, Juvie, of how you were able to overcome your doubts. Maybe it's and you were able to bring this gift to others, and Thank you. And thank you for watching as well. I don't think I've gotten this emotional in any of my videos. This is the first time. But yeah, I think this is really the deck that triggered that made me feel a lot of feelings. So this is again the Corpus Femina Tarot. If you find this video helpful, please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. I post videos like this at least once a week, and I will see you again next time. Bye.